Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. We're here for Monday Night Football, Cowboys and Chargers in LA. We're ready to jump right into this game here. Basically a pick 'em, pretty darn close. Let's jump right in, boys, here. The Cowboys and the Chargers, like I said, the spread, Cowboys favored -1.5. Their money line -126, the total 50.5. I'm excited about this game. I know it's going to be a good one. Curious to hear what you guys got. What do you got here on Monday night? Mackie, why don't you start off with you, your Cowboys? Prime time.
Yeah, everyone wants to talk about last week how they get blown out by the Niners. This Cowboys team's frauds. Guess what? They're gonna bounce back this week, going to LA. They're not the best team on the road, but you know what? Chargers love to lose games that they're in. So Brendan Staley gonna find a way to choke this one. Justin Herbert's gonna get his. He's definitely gonna put up his numbers like he does every week, but he's gonna find a way to blow this game in the fourth quarter like he always does. Eckler is back, so that's a lot of momentum for those Chargers. They've been waiting for him to get back. He's going to get his as well. Like I said, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I still think the Cowboys are going to prevail. Dak Prescott coming off a three interception performance, he's going to bounce back. He's been doing it all year. His first bad interception game of the season. He only had one going into that game. This Cowboys offense is going to roll. That defense is still not one to mess around with. So it's going to be a really good game. This Chargers defense is not going to be able to keep up with that Dallas defense. So at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, fourth quarter, game-winning drives. If the Cowboys need one, I think they're going to get it. And if the Chargers need one, I don't think they will. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. Chargers, that's been the Chargers' story the past few years. Can't get it done when it really matters. So I'm going to keep riding that. I think Dallas is actually going to get a nice win here. They need it. They're 3-2, two tough losses for both of their losses. This is a game where they really need to win.
Ace, you want to go ahead on this one?
Yeah, Mackie, those are good points here, and especially with these. Yeah, definitely, and especially with those Chargers coming out of the bye week, I expect them to be ready to go. They're going to be firing right out of the gate. They've been preparing for this Cowboys team for 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the Cowboys were really hung up on a big divisional NFC matchup. And like Mackie said, don't read too much into it. That's two powerhouses going out of it. San Francisco 49ers, I think, better than everybody else in the league, so take it as you want. But they're still on the West Coast there. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I like the over here. When I look at touchdown scores, Austin Eckler, I like him to get in, but at -160 coming back after a few weeks, I'm not putting my money on that. I like Josh Palmer at +200, Jake Ferguson at +215, and then I also like Keenan Allen again at +110. Those are the three people I'm looking at here. Jake Ferguson really just becoming a safety valve for Dak Prescott, and we know how the Cowboys use their tight end. I don't like the running backs to get in. There's kind of some good defensive fronts, but I think that the value on Palmer and Keenan Allen's been lights out to start the year. I know they have Gilmore active, but who's going to cover him? Like a lot of points here. Gonna be a good game, hotly contested. I could see a 3-point win on either side. Don't know who I'm leaning with. Maybe tune into the card, but it's gonna be a touchdown score game for me for sure. Huff, eager to hear what you have to say about these Chargers and Cowboys going at it on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, you said it. I'm kind of leaning the same thing with the touchdown scores, but the one guy that I'm looking at, I like Ferguson as always. I have 280 on Ferguson, and another one. You said, what'd you say for Eckler? -160. You saw it's -140. I saw. I forget where it was, but -140 is probably going to be the best line on Eckler. And then the one that I'm looking at, I like CeeDee Lamb to get a touchdown tomorrow night. I see +155 on FanDuel. I'll definitely shop that around, see if I can get a little higher, but I already checked one and it was lower. So seeming like 155 is going to be one of the better prices you can get. I also do love that Ferguson anytime +280. But I think the Cowboys win the game. I like them to come out on top here. I'm not a Brandon Staley guy. Not really big believer in either of these head coaches, but I think, like Mackie said, I think when the Cowboys need to get a first down, they will. And I just believe Brandon Staley will find a way to lose this game in the fourth quarter.
It would be so Brandon Staley of him, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a really good game. Like I said, Justin Herbert is still a top quarterback in the league. He's going to play like it. It's just coming down to it. It's definitely going to be a game where it comes down to the wire, and we know how those Chargers do in those type of games. And it's the regular season. The Cowboys should get a win here. This team's 3-2. We've been talking about them being a top 5 team all year. If they really are a top 5 team, they're going to win this football game.
I'm with you on that, Mackie. Seriously.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ace. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to overreact to whoever loses this game, in my opinion. If you lose this game this week, I know it's a tough one, and either team shouldn't be mad because it's good opponents, but you're in a tough spot. A win goes a long way for either team trying to get at their division potentially or stay alive in the wild card hunt. I think both teams are playoff bound, but this one will go miles.
I do think it means a lot more to the Chargers than it does the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will be able to bounce back a lot easier. Their schedule coming up, they should have about 5-6 wins in a row. With really no problems. I don't really know how the Chargers' schedule looks, but they are in a tougher division, or not, I wouldn't say a tougher division, but a tougher conference at least. Starting 2-3 could be really tough, opposed to Cowboys going to 3-3.
Whoever loses
I
this
said
game
it
will
here.
not be in our top 5 for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
You're right. You're right. I wanted to quickly touch on my mortal lock here. I love the Cowboys in this game. I think the Chargers are a good team. Don't get me wrong. Justin Herbert, great quarterback, but I think the Cowboys get it done this week. Just get on their high horse and get it done.
Got to get back.
Especially against a tough opponent. Like it's, in my opinion, this is the time that they're going to kick ass instead of against a shitty team like the Cardinals or something like that, right?
Right. They got to get back to it, and they got to prove it against a good team too. So
Heck yeah.
I like that. I love that, Jesse. I love that play.
Woo! All right, boys. Monday Night Football. It's good stuff here. I think that's all we got. Cowboys, Chargers in LA, SoFi Stadium. Cowboys the favorite. Anything else to add before we get on out of here? Monday Night Football.
I think that's going to do it. Make sure you guys tune in on Thursday for the Week 7 episode. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week for the live stream.
See you then.
Yes, sir.
Hit the books, baby. Hit them books.